Hello again, this is Darrell Bruggink with the National Strip-Tillage Conference and with Strip-Till Farmer, and I want to welcome you again to our 4th annual event. We're outside of Omaha, visiting today with our good friends from Yetter Manufacturing, and got Andy Thompson. He's the AOR Manager for Yetter, and thanks again for being here. You've been at all of our conferences, and it's
fourth one, yeah.
Yeah, pleasure having you here. So, yeah, we want to talk a little bit about some of the conversations you had here yesterday. You said they were really good ones, and it really got you thinking what is strip-till and trying to provide solutions for farmers, because they all have different things they're trying to accomplish. But you had some thoughts on some of the good conversations you had yesterday. So
I've said before, there's nowhere that you're going to look up and you're going to find the definition of strip-till. And so really, what is strip-till? It's been around for 30 years, and over that time we've seen it change a little bit. It's progressed. But too often, I think, really all of us, manufacturers, everybody, we try to take maybe a phrase or a term and kind of see how that applies to something that we are offering. And so I guess we really feel that we got to get away from, what is strip-till? It's this piece of equipment. And strip-till is a system. Strip-till really is about residue management, nutrient management, or in our case, nutrient placement, and seedbed preparation. And so what's the least that it takes of those, or what's the most efficient way that I can do that? And that's why we've seen the ebb and flow of strip-till, and pretty much every time we see commodity prices go down, that's when strip-till interest comes up, and it's because of the return on the investments. So it's trying to maximize that investment and really not doing anything more than what we need to do.
Right. You talked about again offering solutions, and guys have different things they're trying to accomplish, and you've come out with a strip freshener type of approach that you've worked with that helps guys who are looking to do a certain type of action in strip tills. Tell us a little bit about the strip freshener approach. We've had strip till equipment for over 20 years, and we've changed it, we've altered a little bit. We're always listening to the farmer and changing that around. But again, when we get back to the principles of strip-till, and you come to great conferences like this, and you hear a lot of guys, and we want to talk strip-till, and they say, yeah, but I don't feel that I need that. My soils, my soil health, I don't need the knife going 8 inches deep. I don't want to put anhydrous on, and so it's really listening and saying, back to our approach of the residue management, the nutrient management, and seedbed preparation. Do we need that? And for some guys, the answer is yes. But for a lot of other guys, and we see this changing, the answer is no. And so for seedbed preparation, obviously what is important is the actual seed zone, the seed placement there. And so with our strip freshener unit, that's changed a little bit over the last few years since we've offered it, but or the mindset with it, I guess, the usage. I mean, when people were putting in strips, and maybe we do it so far in advance a lot of times in the fall, maybe in the springtime we weren't consistent enough with that, and that's the big key in all of agriculture, but especially in strip-till, it's the consistency. So we would take the strip freshener over that, we would make that seed zone more consistent, and that was the benefit. But now, as we've seen how that has performed, guys are looking at that and saying, I haven't made strips yet, I'm going to start making strips, but that right there is exactly what I want. I want that 1.5 inches deep. I want that right above my seed depth. I want that good seed bed. So yeah, that's one of the products that we make for strip-till that really is on the rise, and really people are taking notice and seeing that that's what I need to do. Right. And again, you guys are always listening to people, always trying to take ideas, and hey, we could use something like this, and so you're always coming out with some new products. What else you got coming, either new or things that you offer strip tillers that are helpful for them?
So back to the nutrient application and the residue management and the seedbed preparation, it's not overdoing that. It's what does that take? And obviously the fertilizer placement is a big part of that. So we've actually we've had a product that we've had for a number of years called our Magnum fertilizer coulter. A year ago we introduced a new model of that, a new updated model, the 10,000 Magnum. And it's doing a phenomenal job of very low disturbance, getting the fertilizer placed. And so we've had a lot of guys that have said, for me, that strip till, what that really means is I need less tillage. I need the seedbed, the seedbed preparation there, but that doesn't include tillage. But that residue management we know is key. Right. And in almost every round table, every classroom, pertaining to the actual tillage part of it or anything here. We're talking about residue management. That's a big key to it. And so we've had a lot of guys say, you know, that Magnum unit really does work nice. I'd like to do some residue management with it as well. So we're actually introducing it's an adapter bracket that bolts onto there that allows us to put any of our popular residue managers on there. So now we've been talking about that a lot here at the conference, and you know, again, when we strip it down, what do we need? What's the bare minimum we need to perform our strip till? A lot of the guys are saying, I want to manage residue and I want to place the nutrients. Once I do that, I feel like my seedbed preparation is less about tillage and it's more about just the consistency of the residue management and the nutrient placement.
Right, good. Well, Andy, thank you very much for joining us again here in Omaha. And that's Andy Thompson with Yetter Manufacturing, and I'm Darrell Bruggink with Strip Till Farmer, and thanks for joining us.